No, I'm not doing any more restarts.
My brother's going to be stranded in an airport looking like a fucking retard.
Jesus, 20 to 9 now.
It's 20 to 9, yeah. So we'll literally have an hour.
Yeah,
and then
right.
I'll have to get a taxi from here.
You're listening to the Did You Hear Show.
Yo, morning, folks.
With your host, Jason Garvey.
Yo, what's happening, folks? Welcome to another episode of the Did You Hear Show. This week is a special episode. It's Valentine's Day. So, I am joined by my one and only co-host, Mr. Jason Farlow. Jason, how are we?
We're feeling very romantic this weekend, Jason. How are you?
I'm all good. I'm feeling the love, brother. I'm feeling the love so much so. Martin has joined us again. Martin, how are you?
Not feeling the love. I want to talk about this little messed up love triangle we have. Why did you say to him, like, he's your one and only? There's two of us sitting here with you. That's right off the bat. Like, what's your problem?
Like?
Sorry, lads.
Like,
you know, we built the chemistry.
Valentine's
You should be happy. We built the chemistry together over the years, no?
Yeah. Well,
you threw it all back in my face when I sat beside you on Valentine's Day.
Listen, Marty, I'm glad you're here.
Thanks, broski.
No problem.
So
Same
am
for
I.
life.
So am I. Listen, folks, we're going to touch on a few Valentine subjects. Why not? Give the people what they want. Martin, do you love love?
I love love.
I love love.
I love all things love.
Yeah. Jay, you a fan of love?
I like lamp.
You like lamp?
It's an Anchorman joke.
Yeah, it's a shy joke.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I love love? Yes. Yeah. Who wouldn't?
We have a bit of romance in the background. A little bit of ambience. Music.
Ambiance.
Yeah. And pink lights on us.
And pink lights.
It's like a Amsterdam window in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you know about that.
Yeah, I met your mom at one.
Hey, Michelle, don't listen to that at all. Seriously.
Right, lads.
You'll find out eventually anyway, Michelle.
We got sent in a few questions. So this episode is going to be nice, short and sweet because...
Like your penis.
Like myself. Compared to you two giants.
Okay.
Like, what's with all the bad jokes, Jay?
Calling them in.
Nice and short and sweet.
Like my penis.
Like
Yeah.
your penis.
Anyway. Right.
He doesn't appreciate it.
Let's jump straight into it, right? Jay, I'm going to hit you first, brother.
God.
Bum, bum, bum.
When did you first fall in love?
God.
Eyes on the spot.
When did I first
Look at
fall
him
in love?
sweating. Martin, you move back, will you?
Don't talk to me like I'm a piece of me.
When did I first fall in love?
Yeah.
I think the perception of what love is, especially when you think you fell in love, is different to what like it is now as a 28-year-old. Do you know what I mean?
Right, so
and all about it.
But like, so for example, like my first relationship, obviously, I was with me daughter's man for 6 years. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, I felt like I was in love with her, which I believe I was. But I also think it's something like, I don't know. I think it's just a mental state at that age. You feel like you're in love or something. Do you know what I mean?
Disagree.
No, it might be wrong. I don't know.
Love,
do you know what I mean?
Love changes, in my opinion.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah.
like, I definitely feel like I was in love, but I feel like it's something stronger as well. I don't know how to explain. I'm probably butchering it and making her feel like she was worthless. She wasn't. Do you know what I mean? She was a lovely woman, like. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, you let her down there.
So the Valentine's Day massacre has begun.
That was our anniversary and all it was.
What,
know what I mean?
Valentine's?
Yeah.
Ah,
I don't know.
that's so. How did you meet?
School. We were. It's very good.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh,
No
thanks,
way. We're friends on school, like.
Right, and what did you just get a Valentine's card and say?
No.
Hi,
Oh yeah.
I choose you.
No, it was
Pat
actually
Wiggum.
quite the opposite. It was
She chose you.
No, oh yeah, I went to like me junior night party. I went up to her and I was like, what's the story? Do you want to meet? And she's like, no.
Yeah, junior night party was on Valentine's.
She poyed me. No, we went.
Oh right, sorry, go on.
Yeah,
Keep up,
she
Jason.
poyed me, and then eventually a couple months later, she was out drinking. She had a drunk text moment where she texted me and told me she liked me, and then it was like, right, that's
You seen the
seeing
chink in
each
the
other.
armour and you exploited it and you went for it.
absolutely.
Congratulations, Jason.
Well, I got a daughter out of it, so do
Win-win.
you know what I mean?
Fuck's sake.
that's that's who I really love. Do you know what I mean?
One
So
of the more adventurous meets you've had, so.
you could say that. You know what I mean?
Very good.
Martin, what about you?
What was
When
the
did you
question
first fall in love?
again? The first day I met Emma.
That was such a politically correct answer.
I
wasn't
should
it?
be in politics to I can swear these things.
Yeah.
Um,
No, go on. Like,
No, I am.
Yeah, so as soon as you seen her, you knew you loved her.
No, I'm not being serious. Well, I'm not being serious. Sorry about that, to butcher that. So, Emma.
We're all getting sacked in the morning.
So I was with a different girl when Emma texted me. Well, only like 15 or 16 or something. Do you know what I mean? And Emma asked me to go out with her, and I think I said no at first, like because I was with someone else.
Okay.
But then I jumped ship, and I seen the grass was green around the other side, so we ran away and played ball for the next 15 years.
That still didn't answer the question.
So I was saying around then, like when I got with Emma, I was 16, but I've been with her since. So at some stage within the next year, I'd imagine, and we've been together since. Do you know what I mean?
So you fell in love
early doors.
Okay.
Would you be one, do you reckon, that falls in love easy? Because that can happen. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you can meet someone just straight away.
Very, like if I get into something, like I'm balls deep in it until it no longer interests me. Like in computer games or do you know what I mean? Like I will be flat out on it until I'm not interested anymore. So I don't think, like as I said, I'm 15, 16 years with her now. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's Peter now.
See, I don't think I do. I think it takes me a long time. Like,
well,
everyone's different.
I'll tell you, lads. Obviously, I am single, so I've like mingled around a little bit, and I think it depends on the person. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you meet one person and you might think, oh, I really like this, but then you meet someone else and you're like, oh fuck. Do you know what I mean? I feel a lot stronger towards this person, and sometimes it can feel instant. Like sometimes it takes a bit longer. But
I believe that it can happen instantly. Like, do you know what I mean? It just hasn't happened for me.
So,
do you know what I mean? But
do you believe in love at first sight then?
I believe in love at first sight, but I can't say that love at first sight has happened for me.
But you do believe it?
Yeah.
So absolutely. You believe you can fall in love just by looking at someone?
Yeah. I think you can be cold and all of a sudden you're in a trance and you can't escape it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Man, what about you?
No, I don't think so. Like, I've never really thought about that until you just said it, and I was like, not really, like, because you could see the perfect woman, like, visually that you've ever seen before, and then within 5 minutes of knowing that you hate her guts.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care what she looks like then.
See,
do you know what I mean?
It all depends on what defines love at first sight. Like, is it when you just look at someone and say I love them, or is it when you first meet them? Like, no, or is it when you first see them and you have a conversation with them? It's the first kind of proper interaction with someone.
Or another way of looking at that, like, all that stuff is easy. It's if you can still do that after about 10 years, is that love then? Do you know what I mean? Because like it's easy when everything is exciting and new. That's why relationships fizzle out, because it's easy at the start. Do you know what I mean? So it does not become love then the longer it goes on. At first it's just infatuation, maybe.
Yeah, I would agree.
Lust, like a little bit.
Yeah, lust over love, and then that grows a little bit into something.
See, I definitely think I've experienced both. Like, do you know what I mean? I've experienced what it's like to be head over heels in love with someone, but I also know what it's like to kind of just have a lustful feeling for someone, and that's not a good thing because you're lusting for something in particular, and then outside of that, the other feelings aren't as strong. Do you know what I mean?
If that person is just after you for the same thing, then it's all good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is all good, but it's not good if one person's feeling it and the other isn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not good if you turn into like Russell Brand and then it's just that
80 people a week.
Yeah.
I had a moment where I met a girl and I said, I am fucking mad about her. I'm gonna do whatever I can to get her, and I got her, and it was amazing. Do you know what I mean? So it is quality when something like that happens, but it doesn't mean that, like you said, Martin, it's long lasting, and that's, I suppose, the true meaning of love, when it can kind of stay. And like the dream, in my opinion, lads, tell me if I'm wrong, is that like you wake up every day mad about your bird, you fancy her for the rest of your life. She's your best mate for the rest of your life. Do you know what I mean? That's
I always look at it as, not like that the Drake song, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. Like, that's the ideal thing for me. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it, like, because when you have like a long-term relationship, the majority of the time spent in-house is like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's why, like, a lot of people, like, even when I went on the Love Experiment show, like, a lot of people would probably think that I'm a bit shallow by saying, like, initial attraction is a lot, like, because let's face it, I think attraction, like, people say, oh, you're very fucking shallow if you just say looks, but I'm like, no, I want to be able to fancy me girlfriend. I want to be able to be mad about her. And like, natural beauty for me is what's most important. Like, if you can look good with no makeup on, like, that's half the game completed, me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
yeah.
And then once obviously you get to know the girl and you have similar personalities, similar things in common, like, that's where they can really go out then, in my opinion, you know?
Yeah. No, I would agree with that, yeah. Absolutely.
So to that point, like, you're saying, like, similar personalities and all, like, so what about, like, deal breakers? Like, what would be
deal breakers?
What would be an immediate deal breaker for you?
For me, game over. Like, me and Jay done a little thing about fucking who's our number one girl. You picked Rihanna, she's up the duff now. Sorry to
I'm gonna
as soon as possible, Rocky.
So should I go? I'm going
possible rookie, yeah.
yeah.
But like,
I'm going Margot Robbie
for
now.
me,
Salty.
if Jennifer Lopez was standing in front of me, I've been mad about her since I was like 11 then, right? If she was standing in front of me and she whipped out with smoke, game over, I'm not attractive anymore.
Bullshit. You are not turning down Jennifer Lopez if she whips out a Johnny Blue.
I'm telling you, I'm just it's
fucking
100%, lads. I fucking hate it. It's a big turn off for me.
Yeah, I know how you feel about it. Do you know what I mean? But I just
Well,
think
still Jennifer Lopez.
Like when I'm walking through fucking Liffey Valley and like people are outside smoking, I'm holding my breath. Like I absolutely hate it. I think it's horrible. I don't mind vaping. Now, would vaping still bother me if a bird was to do it? It probably would. If she was to vape on a night out, it probably wouldn't bother me. Do you know what I mean? But if she was to vape 24/7, it'd probably still have the same effect, being honest. So yeah, smoking is a big, big no-no for me. What about you?
Me? I don't know, like, cause my situation is a bit different. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't be out chatting
No,
much,
but let's not
like,
take a situation.
No. I'm trying to think now, like, cause like it's not like I've been out trying to meet people and experience what I like and that. Do you know what I mean? Personality would be a big one. Like if we didn't click, like if I was making jokes and she wasn't laughing, and we had
but that's inevitable, isn't it?
It's what?
it's an edible.
It's inedible. You can't eat that. No, you're right. You can't eat that. You're dead right.
I like how you caught that straight away. I thought you were going to give the benefit of doubt.
It's inedible. Yeah, I don't know. Like as you were saying, like if they're really good looking, you could. You might. There's people that would stick around.
Yeah,
you know
but you can stick around, but not for long enough.
Do you know what actually is a big turn off? This is probably going to sound really shallow.
Now there, look.
Like I like me women like thick with 2 C's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like junk in the front, junk in the back. Give me a bit of everything. So if they're real,
yes.
If they're real tin, just.
No,
it's a hard no for me.
I'm not really into the tin now myself.
Like even like Margot Robbie's one of the best looking women in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like
facts.
She's not too tin.
Yeah, but I'd still want more on it. Do you know what I mean? More on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Right, Jay. What about you? What's a turn off for you?
I agree with that
I don't like the real
statement.
That sounds.
Yeah, but that's
shallow,
more. That's more of a want. What's a turn off? Like
that's a turn off.
Yeah, right. That's your one. Shut your mouth.
What's a turn? I guess like, I think getting to know their personality. What a turn off would be is the attention seeking. Like, you know, if you're not like content with what you have and you seek the attention elsewhere, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
While in a relationship, I'm not for that. Like I'm out. I'm.
What's too much? Like how much is enough and how much is too much?
I don't know. I just think like if you know what you have or whatever, and you're interested in getting other lads' opinion or, you know, the eyeballs on, and you seek that while in a relationship, I just think like you're not meant to be in a relationship.
You're gonna say she's for the streets.
The streets got her.
Yeah.
But that's another thing you want, lads. You want a lady in the streets but freaking about. Am I right to say that?
Oh, sure was, 100%.
Would you all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Obviously,
you know what I mean?
Well, let's get.
You don't want the fucking.
There's only so much.
Potatoes, do you?
There's only so much missionary you can do.
So it's like Jonah Hill. We done missionary. We done
missionary.
When I was on top and she was on bottom.
Come here.
Schmidt, fuck the captain's daughter.
Yeah, how underrated are them movies?
That scene, I'd watch that like every now and again.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Ice Cube's face.
I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Jay. Go on back to the Valentine's team. You were saying.
He wants to make it romantic again.
Now, do you remember your first kiss, Jay?
Oh, do you know what? Right, so my daughter was telling me a story, right, about
This
in
is
school. No, it does, right? So my daughter was telling me a story about in school about some of the kids playing in the yard, how they were doing kiss chasing.
Right.
And I was like, did you play kiss chasing? You better not pretend, like, just, you better not have an all or whatever. And she's like, no, but she was telling me a story, right?
Right.
And so, snitch. And so I told her a story, and I told her about the first time I played kiss chasing in school.
Right.
Right, and so what I done was...
But that doesn't count now. Like, we're
talking
talking
like
about
big boy
proper
What were
weird.
we
Like,
talking first kiss? Well, then obviously you remember that, do you know what I mean? But the
Yeah.
first time as a kid you kiss a girl type of thing.
yeah, I don't remember my kid kiss.
But basically, I had chased a girl and I kissed her, and then I went out to my ma at her school when she was there to collect me, and I was like, "Ma, I kissed so and so or whatever," and so's ma just happened to be standing there talking to me ma. And I never let it down. But I tell that little story. With
So
my
that's
daughter,
how
do
you
know what
remember it, because you
I
got
mean? Do you know what I
made
mean?
a show
'Cause
up.
like, yeah, exactly.
Do you remember your first big boy me?
Yeah, I do actually. It was with
Don't name
Don't
names then.
fucking name them now.
Why?
Don't show receipts. We don't need that.
Oh, do we not need
No,
receipts?
we
I
don't need
suppose you're in
receipts.
a relationship and all, you get punched around. Yeah, I remember it, yeah. I remember being little as well. Remember using the tongue and all straight away. Did we use the tongue? No, fucking throw it in there.
I got
It was
sick
in a
after he
bush.
forced me.
I think I was
It
getting
was in a
checked for
bush in
cavities.
someone's garden.
Honest to God, there's people licking me teeth and all the first time. It was crazy. Like, what did you have for lunch? Gives a little bit. Bleh. You know what I mean? It was a bit over the top for me. I didn't like it.
I just
Yeah.
remember tasting onions off this girl's breath.
Oh,
and
it's the worst.
It was in Palmerstown Woods. And do you know the Green Gate at Palmerstown Woods?
Yeah.
Got to there, right? It was with all my mates and like 3 o'clock in the day as well, by the way. And I just puked. I was like,
Yeah,
"This is
because the
rotten."
two of you had a packet of King before me eating his big ticks.
I didn't.
Sure, they changed together and got a bag of Johnny Onion rings, met in the park and had a little meat.
I was full on convinced she was just biting into an onion. Like, that was rank.
We were nervous, you remember?
Obviously,
Yous were
yeah, his
nervous.
legs are shaking and
Yeah,
all. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Really?
Yeah.
you try to put on a front like you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Macking it.
You don't. I remember the walk, and then you're kind of. It used to be a thing. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Where'd you put the
used
hands?
We used to hold the hips first.
Yeah.
You used to hold the hips, and then just meet. They turned to one side, you turned to the other, and you just meet.
You would put your hands on her sides, and then that song starts in your head. You know, bumping, grind, and you just start walking your hands on the back. You know, girl, there ain't nothing wrong.
I'll never forget, right? I remember going out to a girl, and now this girl was gorgeous, right? And it was with
What's
the
her
lads. I'm not.
Is this like early doors?
No, it was just like a teenager, 15, 16, right?
No saying she's gorgeous.
And I remember walking out to her, right? Anyway, but the lads were with me, and I was leaving them to meet her. Now, so they were with me the majority of the way, and as soon as I met her, me and her kind of turned and walked off, right? And I just remember getting a text off one of my mates who had just left, and he texted me. He's like, "Touch that ass," and I was like, "Fuck's sake!" I was so nervous, man, because like she was so good looking that in my mind I was like,
Too good for you.
"Yeah," do you know what I mean? I'm like, he's like, "Oh, do I?" No, I'm like,
Yeah, just
bottled it.
mortified. She's gonna go tell all her mates, "Oh, he's shy. Doesn't know what he's doing with that thing."
No, in fact, I actually got complimented thoroughly. Yes.
Go on, Jay.
Yeah,
Saucy little kiss of you.
I do my best.
Do you remember your first time, lads? I think
First
it'd be a
time.
bit weird.
First what?
Putting in the dick.
Penis.
Get that shit wet.
Oh, Jesus.
Spit on a
I
boobies.
genuinely nearly got sick there. I do remember my first time.
Yeah. Was it special, or was it like...
No, it wasn't special.
No.
No.
How long does it last, roughly?
2 o'clock on a Sunday, back of a container in fucking Griffin Park.
Oh, really?
Well, at least you walked for it. Griffin's a good way.
It's a stretch.
You walked for that.
What about you, Martin?
I remember mine. Again, not special or nothing.
No.
No.
Was yours special? Let's say you had fucking candles lit and
Yeah.
all.
No,
What was
mine,
special about it?
you know what it was? I was nearly pressurised into it. So my first was with
Pretty
someone...
sure that's rape.
It's just precious.
Now listen, my first was someone who had already done it, number one.
Oh,
Right.
so you had...
Number two, I think we were lying in bed and we were kissing or whatever. And I used to, like, I was one of these big dopey bastards that, bet you won't do that. And I'd do it. Do you know what I mean? Or Jay Garvey or a bottler. And she knew this about me. And she basically, we were, whatever, bleeding, rubbing areas or whatever. And and she called me, she said, do you want to do it? And I said, I don't know, do you? And she was like, come on, you bottler. And I was like, what you say? And then I just
One
went.
no bottler.
That's
One
exactly.
Jay Garvey.
And then I literally, I think it just made eye contact with it and then just spit all over the place.
I'd say it was like Wilson, the in-betweeners. Just up on top, hold the sheets and pull yourself up.
Literally.
But like,
I remember it was no more than a minute.
yeah, like
What a minute, though.
I think I clocked 90 seconds to 2 minutes.
Solid 2
Genuinely.
minutes.
Or he had to do one better.
Yeah,
No, but it wasn't. It wasn't even
Fucking
the case.
idiot.
You know what, that's a mad
I
coincidence because
know,
my
yeah.
force was like 2.5, 3 minutes. Losers.
I have no shame in it. That minute was fucking...
Magical. That
Yeah, but
was
see,
your
look, I was
entering
devastated
manhood.
with that. I was devastated with that. It's like, I can't believe first time this, that, and the
of
other.
course.
But it's to be expected.
You're
Then you
just
realise that
so-
you strap up, it goes for bleeding ages.
I did strap up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Did I?
haven't since.
No, we... I don't think I did my first time either.
Did you not? Oh no, see, I was terrified.
Or maybe
Terrified.
I did. I actually don't remember that part.
See,
remember
in my
either now,
mind
I
back
think
then,
about
right? In my mind back then, like,
Baby's eggs.
if you're having sex, if you're having sex without a condom, like easily pregnant. Do you know what I mean? It's just it can
Like if you
happen.
sneeze
I
during
was-
it while it's inside.
I was convinced I couldn't even come at that stage. So I wasn't worried about shit.
But see, here's the thing, like, so I couldn't anyway. I couldn't, like, I could, but
You said you just did after 2 minutes. Make up your mind, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is, right, I could never kind of get a proper gist of it until I got the bleeding snip at 17.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, so, like, it was hardball. Like, so anytime, like, that was a bad pun, wasn't it?
So what Jay is saying is no one was enjoying it. It was hurting everybody and they were just going
It was
at it.
fucking killing me, right? But I had to go to the
crazy.
doctor and get the snip at 17.
And was you our first virgins as well, lads? In my asking.
My force wasn't a virgin.
Yeah.
No, she was well experienced.
Oh, we're little tramps we were.
Yeah, no, mine
That's a
wasn't.
joke, by the way. Yours was a virgin.
Yeah.
Aye,
I just
jam
like the
back.
way Jay likes to throw in his. He got the snip, so he lets everyone know he has a superior penis than us.
That's all he says.
The phrase Jay uses, you can smack it off a table and feels
Stop
nothing.
saying that, I'm after farting.
Come here.
Oh, my stomach's in rag order.
Serious question for you, lads. Right?
Oh,
Let's bring it down a little bit serious before we get into funnier questions.
When I
and
say the
sex.
snip, I didn't get a fucking vasectomy now, just saying.
He can give you babies.
Jay,
Jay.
explain the word love to me. What does it mean to you
Jesus
personally?
Christ. Can I check the definition?
No.
What does it mean?
And
to
you're not allowed to describe it for your daughter or your kids, because that's where when I
That's
wrote the
what love
question.
is, though.
No, that's a
means it
different
romantically.
love. That's a different love, Jay. Oh, that's where I went. As soon as I was asked, I was like.
I don't even think you can explain it
No,
for your kids.
you can't.
Do you know what I mean?
Can't.
So Ryan Reynolds done a good job when he said, like, when he got with his girlfriend or his fiance or whatever, and he was like, I used to think I would take a bullet for her.
Yeah.
Then you had a
But
kid.
then as soon as the baby was born, he's like, I would
I'd
use
throw
you as a
her.
human shield to protect her.
yeah. No,
Exactly
I
what it
think
is.
right. So, in terms of a relationship and having a partner, what I define love, I guess, like, it's just to have a loyalty and like a commitment to each other. Do you know what I mean? True honesty. Do you know what I mean? If you have that, I think that shows that you, like, your feelings towards someone. As long as you can give them that loyalty, honesty, and commitment, I think you're pretty much set. Like, and that's, if I love someone, I'd give them that. Do you know what I mean? So,
Love somebody. What about you, Gav?
Me?
see, he's thought of this answer.
Yeah,
do you know what I
he
mean?
has.
I haven't, lads.
he
I
has a big
fucking
monologue
haven't.
ready.
In a
Honest to
home writing
God.
fucking
So
soliloquies and all.
what does love? Love to me is like,
Finger up the bum.
Jesus Christ.
explain love. Fucking hell. Oh, I wrote this question and on. I can't even think of an answer.
Just think of song lyrics.
I suppose it's when you feel worth something. When you feel like,
Is that loved or love? Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but like, I suppose with a partner, I suppose, yeah, feeling love is like feeling special, feeling wanted, feeling appreciated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you hit the nail on the head with the whole loyalty and trust thing. To be able to trust someone, like, really,
It's not
trust
easy these
someone.
days. Like,
it's never. I trust no one. The
yeah.
only people I trust are my kids, and that's
Yeah.
what. No, don't trust that cunt as far as I can throw him.
Yeah, that's just him.
Vice
though,
versa.
me,
Don't worry.
But yeah, no, like,
Feelings mutual.
I mean, if you can be best friends with a girl and have a sexual connection with them, I mean, to me, nothing beats that. Do you know what I mean? If you can honestly sit there with your board and not be sick of listening to her, have so much in common, and just have banter, appreciate like each other, and just like be devastated when they're not around and miss them as soon as they're gone, and for them to feel that towards you, I think is a big part as well.
Yeah.
So to
I
me,
think absence has to play a part in that as well, though, like, to grow.
I think
what I
it just needs to be mutual. I think, like, once love is mutual, it's beautiful. It's when, like, it's one sided. That's where it kind of goes sour a little bit. But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I think them things. What about you, Maria? What's love to you?
I don't know, but I think there's a lot to be said for having someone in your life who, when the chips are down for you, that they're willing to be there no matter what. But more important, not even more importantly, but equally as importantly, when the chips are down for them, that they depend on you and that you're there for them.
Yeah, you're there, person.
Yeah, and you're there every day to pick each other up because everyone falls down. And, you know, I think there's a lot to be said for that, you know what I mean? Just having someone to depend on and someone who depends on you.
Why do you always give the best answers?
That's why the people love me.
No, but that's
Speaking
literally
of love,
yeah.
it's
Watch this for a shameless plug, lads. Take care.
You fucking idiot. You. Oh, stop that. Love
That was in
as
reference
well.
Lads Take Care shout out from Marty Murmur.
Yeah. Right, Jay, tell me,
Tell you what.
do you ever want to get married?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why?
yeah.
Why?
I'm going to probably say it from a completely, like, stupid perspective, but I think I've just always loved the idea of having my kids and a wife and a home, and you know, just like I feel like I know it doesn't, but I feel like that completes your family. Do you know what I mean? When it's just it's
puts a lock on it.
Becomes a
yeah.
unit.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it doesn't complete your family. Like your family's your family or whatever. But like that to me, like I think I always just envisioned that. Like I always want like my daughter there and whatever. I only have one kid, obviously, but like I always want her there, a part of it, and like for the relationship to be with my wife and my daughter to be special, and then obviously have more kids as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
You want more kids, yeah?
Yeah, I think I'd.
What's the magic number?
I always wanted two, but I know it's gonna be difficult because, like, if I get into a relationship with somebody who has kids as well, then it's like, okay, so what are we looking for here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because for me, I want two. You have one, I have one. Let's say, what do we do?
Basically
box
two,
off.
Yeah, but then again, if I'm with someone who doesn't have kids and they want more than one, you know what I mean? I'd probably have to go 2 or 3, wouldn't I? But I think it's just a compromise and a conversation. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't be against having 3 or anything. But 2 would be the magic number, ideally. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'd like to get married. I think similar. Like you just, I would take marriage extremely serious. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I think people don't take marriage serious anymore. To me, like marriage is a commitment for life.
Yeah,
you
like,
don't give up. You don't get divorced.
I think the statistics are like 1 in 2 now. But when
Yeah,
we
it's-
were kids,
it's-
like it didn't happen
Really?
that much.
Yeah, like it's a joke, lads. Like my
Yeah,
man
when it's
dad
awesome.
divorced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd give anything to have me man and dad together. Like, oh no, I can't even say that. But I remember there was a time where we thought they were going to get back together, and this is like me and me bleeding late 20s, like getting so excited for it. Like
Yeah.
still at
Crazy.
that
Yeah.
late stage in life.
I don't
Never
think it ever
leaves you, like-
leaves you.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. So, to me, like, in fairness, I genuinely, lad, treat me relationships like that as well. Like, I think if you're in it, like, if you're willing to say to a girl, I want you to be my girlfriend, the plan is long term. You plan on
Yeah,
staying with
like put it this way, I would not ever get into a relationship with the mindset of eventually I'm going to be single
her.
again.
Yeah, exactly.
I never would have got with you to begin with. Then, do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So, for me, marriage is like, look, no matter what happens, like, and I genuinely mean this, no matter what happens, no matter where we go wrong, we need to stay together. This is what we're signing up for.
yeah.
Through literally till death do us part. You know what I mean? We get through it together. We figure a way to get past all the pain, and we fight through it, and we stay together. Now, and that's not even, you know, I used to think it's for kids, but it's not. It should be just for the 2 years. If you are showing love in one moment in life that you want to literally commit your whole life to this one person, just remember, always go back to that moment where you said, I do.
Do you think you were ever close to it at one point?
Never.
Getting married?
Never.
Any thoughts of proposing ever? Or
And if not, what held you back?
Kind of going back to what I said.
I'm not
love.
trying to dig into your relationship. I'm just genuinely
G-
curious.
Going back to, I'll be honest with you, I never felt.
What you were laughing at.
I never felt like I was good enough.
Yeah.
Really?
So
But is that a J issue though, or a...
no, listen, right. So I remember saying to my ex-partner that I would have loved to marry you. Like the dream was always to marry you. However, you deserved a better man than who I was. I wasn't working. I felt I was overweight. I'm not going to propose to a girl if I'm not my best self, because I loved this girl so much. She deserved the best version of me. I wasn't willing to compromise and give her a half-arsed J. Someone who wasn't working.
I fully believe that because I know you've kind of pushed that.
Yeah, I think
many
I've
times, I
I've
know,
said it
yeah.
a few times, and that's it. But like the thing was, she wasn't willing to help me get there. I need someone who's gonna help me get there when I'm at my bottom, like Martin said. Then you deserve me at my best. If you can be there through the shit, and you can be there when I'm this man, you deserve the best man, and that's when I'll propose.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think I was close to it at one point as well, but I was very young. I know I had the ideas of it and all. I began saving and, you know, for a ring and this, that and the other. And then, like, I think I had a kid very young, but in my mind I was like, I planned this kid. Our daughter was planned, right? So the reason she was planned, because in my mind, well, it's not the sole reason. There's other personal reasons, but the reason this was planned was because I know I'm gonna marry you. You know, so the conversation I had was like, I feel like we're ready to kind of go to the next stage, maybe prepare, like plan the child or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because for me personally, I feel like I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you. I don't want to be with anybody else. I know how much you've wanted this. I want it. I'm working. I'm full time. I'm making money. You're making money. We're in a decent position to do this. You know what I mean? And we done it. And then for some reason, like, and I know what you're saying as well. And this is where I kind of feel like it went against us in a little bit, because when you were saying about marriage and all, it's till the death, and you know, you fight through everything. And when we had a child, we never fought. Like the full 6 years that we were together, we were great, like best friends, like we were talking about earlier. And then after you have a child, the term make or break is so fucking true, because I'm an example of that. And the thing that like disheartened me most about that situation was that when I look back at it in hindsight, there was no trying or willing to fight to make this work. And we have a daughter in that. Do you know what I mean?
So if you can't do it for that reason. Like.
Exactly. And you can't do it for that reason. It has to be for the two people in the relationship. But it just kind of sickened me that I missed out on that then. You know, like my daughter growing up, the waking up to my child in that house, you know, waking up to my girlfriend, you know, that type of thing. Like
having the kid is a great leveler in that sense, because it really opened you up to a whole new level of responsibility and a new level of, for want of a better word, chores. Like there's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of jobs that you have to do every day for a baby. So if you're not all the way in, you'll find excuses to get out of that, and then that will cause resentment in the relationship because the other person is left with it all. Yeah. And that when the people say it's make or break with a baby, that's usually what it is. One person is left doing all the work. The other person who says they're committed or they're all in, find out that they're not. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot to it. Like
there is, and like I would 100% agree with that.
We had killings when we had the baby. My God.
I think in our case it was just we genuinely just we fell in love with this little human that we made, and like, we're just so head over heels about her that we forgot each other. You know? Yeah, and when it was time to try and fix it, I think we had just gotten too far apart. And I remember it was a conversation where it was like, I know you're not in love with me anymore. And she was like, how do you know that? And I said, because I know, because I'm not in love with you. And I can see it. You know what I mean? And she agreed, and we were both like, are we going to try and fix it? We said we'd try. We didn't really. And we just kind of had a conversation one day where it was like, maybe we just go this way and focus on being parents, which we are. We're great friends still. Do you know what I mean? And that's the best thing that came out of it.
Now that it's said and done, Jay, do you think like it was the right decision? Like, do you think that everything that played out was for the best? Or?
I think there's always what ifs. Right. You know what I mean? There is always going to be what ifs, because I know that there was no trying involved in that.
It sounds very cold, like cold but clean, like a cold, clean breakup. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. It was. There's always a lot of what ifs, but when where I am now in life, I think personality wise, me and her probably wouldn't have been a connection. Right. Back then it was, because you got together at 16, you fucking break up at 22. You know, you're still kind of young and dumb or whatever, with a bleeding odd sense of humour. I think we would have outgrown that. Right. You know what I mean?
So yeah, everything
probably was for the best in hindsight.
But come here, Martin, back to you. So you're actually after getting down on one knee.
Yeah.
So before we ask you about marriage, let's ask, how did that happen? Like, I never actually heard the story.
Yeah, because there's no big story, a big romantic story. We bought the house in the May or something, I think.
This last year?
3 years ago, I think we bought the house, and then like that was always our big thing, because we put off having kids and all, because I didn't want to have kids and not have somewhere to live. Do you know what I mean? So we put that off. We
sensible, Martin.
Yeah, so we got the house, and then, like as I said, I'm all in on them. Do you know what I mean? So and that's the other thing for me. Marriage isn't the be all and end all, as you say. They fail so often. So I put no faith in having a little ring on your finger. I was all in anyway, but it's something she wants to do. So she wants it.
That's your way of proving the whole.
Yeah, like I've always said, it's like the wedding ring and all is irrelevant to me. I'd lose it, so I'm just gonna get a little tattoo on my finger. Do you know what I mean? Like, but sorry, I lost where I was going with that. Yeah, so the marriage to me was never a big thing, but I know it's a big thing for her, so that's the reason why we do it. Do you know what I mean? But when we bought the house, like that was it for me. That was me saying I'm all in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a few months after that, I went over and bought a wedding ring or an engagement ring, and we proposed in the kitchen.
You proposed in the kitchen?
Yep.
The day you bought the gaff, or?
No, it was a little while after.
So like, what was happening? Who was cooking food or whatever? Or
it was the most
doing the washing.
It was
down
the most
on the knee.
random, like Thursday or something.
Martin,
Just like Yeah. Well, he said it to her there and then. Like when we got engaged, I was like, "Oh, I got to register office tomorrow." So
did you get down on the knee?
Yeah.
Right.
And after she said yeah, but
were you shitting? Were you shitting yourself?
No, I knew she'd say yeah.
So you weren't nervous at all?
No, like she knows. Like I know she's all in on me too.
So
like, I'm all in with her. So like I knew she'd say yeah. I mean, and it's something she's always wanted. So for me, it's nothing for me. It's if that's one of her dreams and I can help fulfill that, of course I'll do it.
You're a hopeless romantic. How did you feel in the moment when you're actually doing it? You're like, oh my god, I'm actually getting. It's for some people, it's a once in a lifetime thing.
Should be, yeah.
And you're like,
I think it should be.
Yeah, it absolutely should be. But like, I'm actually getting.
And my heart skipped it all. Like as I said, I was unwaveringly confident. I knew she'd say yeah. Do you know what I mean? We discussed it, but I don't know what it was. It's just. It's an adrenaline rush. Like it's an experience you'll probably never have again. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I love that. I love the fact that you don't like. There wasn't anything special.
No,
there doesn't need to be.
She got me at the end of it. That's special.
No, look, I'm not saying like the moment. I'm not saying it wasn't special. Like that's definitely the wrong word to use. I'm getting cancelled again. Obviously, it was a special moment for the 2 years. But what I'm saying is, like, it wasn't anything over the top. It was literally just in the gaff. And I love them little stories. Sometimes I think they're better.
I hate all the for show shit, man. I can't stand it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it depends. It depends what you're missing.
Get any of my ideas out of my heads up.
No, I'd be like that as well. I'd definitely be an over the top, I think. Well, again, you could have a moment where you look at her and you're like, nah, I'm doing it. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I don't give a bollocks. I don't care about what it is, where it is. Like, you could be in the middle of bleeding.
I think there's something romantic about like walking across the Halfpenny Bridge and just thinking, you know what, fuck it, in the middle of town, everyone watching, will you marry me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then some bloke says, yeah, any change?
And then you give him change, because he needs it.
That's a nice little story, Martin.
Appreciate that.
When's the wedding?
When's the stags?
Yeah, fuck knows.
Better question.
Fuck knows, lads.
Just send your gifts here to the Did You Hear show and we'll pass them on to Martin, yeah? Right, lads. Who pays on the first day? And don't cop out. Don't, like, be honest. Who do you think should pay on the first day? Do you think it should be half, 50-50?
Chivalry and the fella should pay at the first day, I think.
What?
I think the fella should pay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, let's say you're going for a meal and then you're going for a few drinks later. There's a fella pay for the food and then, look, you get me a drink in the bar, or what is it?
I don't know, like I'd say like look after the drinks, but don't be scared to buy your one back. Do you know what I mean? Like I say look after it on your first date, do you know what I mean?
What about you, Jay?
See, I was very inexperienced. I remember I went on a date and I bought a board meal or whatever, paid for the taxi in, and just bought a drink all night. It was down about €350.
Yeah.
I was like, that was an expensive night.
Yeah, it is an expensive night out when you're on
paying,
yeah. I personally think that the fella should pay for everything the first day.
Yeah.
You know?
First day. Make a good impression. You only get to make that impression once,
now what I will say is...
Do you think there should be a cap on it, or do you think it's just like ball out?
No, just ball out.
Just don't go somewhere where you can't afford to ball out. Go to Finch's.
What I will say... What I will say...
Is this like Keaton Pamela?
What I will say is...
Anything for the curry tray.
They need to offer. If they don't offer, I'm like...
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, for the drinks, but at the 4 or 5, you know, don't be scared. There's a point.
No, but I wouldn't even say, go get me a point. If she said, I'll get the next one, that's enough. Like, no, we'll get it. But I do want that to ask.
At least do the reach.
Yeah.
At least do the reach.
Yeah, but let me get
and then that's sick when
let me have me moment where I'm like, no, sorry.
My kids aren't eating for a fucking week. Will you at least do the reach?
Do you remember your first proper date, lads? Like, proper day. Like, obviously you go out to boards when you're younger and go to the park or sit at a wall and feel your hips.
I used to remember going out to meet Emma at the wall. Like, so that was like our first date. You know what I mean? I still remember that.
I remember I was I was texting a girl and we said we'd go to the cinema, right?
What's her name?
You stop asking them fucking land me in a questions you box, right? We said we go to the cinema. And so obviously, I think I was 14, right?
Right.
And I was like, right, ma, I'm bringing a girl to the cinema. I need money or whatever. I'm 14, I don't have a fucking pot to piss in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ma's like, right, there's some chores. She had me cut the grass. She had me fucking hoover the stairs, mop the floors, everything. Handed me 50 quid on the Friday and she'd go on, bring her to the cinema. I brought her to the cinema.
50 quid?
I'd say that was the last time you done chores as well, wasn't it? You're useless at home, yeah.
And
his mum was away for a week and she only asked him to cut the grass. And like the day she was home, I walked past the house. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's a bit wet to cut that grass, didn't it? She's home in an hour. She asked you a week ago.
I forgot all about that.
It's a bit wet, isn't it? I'll have to leave the grass. Delighted with himself.
No, I think I cut it in the end.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
I got away with it in time. Well, she knows now, doesn't she?
Sorry.
Well, yeah, she handed me 50 quid and I ended up buying a fucking hot dog, didn't I, in the cinema? And yeah, one just wouldn't go near me because of the hot dog.
Big smelly bread
Why would you
swordies
get a
you
hot
have.
dog? I love them. That's all I get anytime I go to the
smell.
cinema. Well, I don't eat popcorn, do I?
Do you remember your first date though, man? Like bringing her out?
No, not for the first time.
No, where did the boy? I remember going on a date with someone. I don't even know how I got the number, lads. I think it was pure random. Like I typed a random number into my phone and
That's
I ended up.
fucking weird.
I know.
Garvey story
I know.
I've ever heard in my life.
And I remember getting a girl on the phone. She was like 4 years older than me. And when you're younger, that's a big gap.
Yeah.
And we went to the pictures and I brought my brother in with me. She had a mate. I know. Listen, right?
Wasn't it, fella?
Listen, I was shitting myself. She's 4 years older than me. I don't even think I was allowed in Liffey Valley, right? So I went over and I brought my brother in with me. And we went to the pictures and she was texting me, where are they? And I was like, remember all the little boards were at Boots where all the films were?
Yeah.
I was standing there and I was like, I'm at the boards and I seen a girl walk over to me and she looked like too old for me to even be attracted to her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She looked like way too old. And I was like, and she came off, are you Jay? And I was like, yeah. And she brought me in the pictures, lads, and she was wearing the face out of me the whole cinema. And I didn't want to kiss her at all. I wanted to get out of there. So I says to her, yeah, well, I'm just going to the toilet. And I bleeding legged it. Good look. Ian, are you still in there? Come on, I'm outside.
The older woman was too much for you, was she?
Oh, I couldn't handle it. Couldn't, all tongues and all.
Wait, do you reckon you were intimidated because she was older?
Oh, I was intimidated big time. I shit myself.
Yeah,
I didn't know what I was getting in for.
Levels
I
to
did
the
shit
game.
myself. Now I like the older women, you know.
Favourite category on the hub?
Yeah, 100%. Not even, I go for the mature section all day long.
I like my jilfs with 3 Gs.
Right, Martin, if you were single, right?
Right. Emma earmuffs.
Earmuffs. If you were single, ideal first day for you, what would it be?
I am a big fan of something pretty chilled out. I like going to on the road, getting a good feed, having a few cocktails, maybe going somewhere pretty quiet after that. I'm not into the big hectic pub life, do you know what I mean? So somewhere quiet, a few drinks after that.
Hotel lobby or something?
Yeah. I don't know, man, I don't know.
That's what it sounds like that you're trying to explain.
I would love a woman to just bring me to an Arsenal match or something. That'd be deadly for the first day. Like my ideal day, I don't have to worry about if she enjoys it.
That's love at
bring me
first
to the
sight for
Arsenal
you,
match,
isn't
do you know
it?
what I mean? Yeah.
What about you,
Or
Jay?
MMA, something that we can both enjoy, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Ideal first date. I don't know, like, because like it's a difficult one. Like normal like first dates are out for a drink, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like,
No, like here's the thing,
They
I don't
are,
get
though.
out much anymore,
No,
so I'd happily
like
take
something
a
like
day out
I wouldn't mind like something like bit of crack or whatever, go karting,
go-kart.
do you know what I mean? Bit of laugh,
Bowling.
bowling or whatever. Bowling, yeah, I'll probably
Get
go
the sexy
go,
shoes on.
yeah, oh yeah.
So your ideal first date is what? Like,
Something-
you're
something
texting
like-
a girl now.
something active in the sense of like fucking like go karting or something. Do you know what I mean? Where you can have a bit of banter, a bit of crack,
Right,
and go out for a drink afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I'd do that too.
right.
You want a date?
Yeah, do you want to?
I actually brought a girl go-kart on a first date and it was illegal.
And did she win or did you win?
Oh, I bleeding smoked her.
No chivalry.
100%.
No chivalry.
But ideal first date for me, lads, is just meeting up, going for a bleeding spin or something, get to know the board. You don't want to be stuck on a bleeding date with someone you don't like, do you know what I mean?
So you want to go to like the fucking Viewpoint or something?
I would not
No,
recommend that, ladies. Do not get it.
Not even Viewpoint, like just a bleeding drive to Phoenix Park, get out and go for a stroll or something. Get to know them a little bit first. Now, I'd say go over a coffee, but I'd end up getting a hot chocolate because I don't like coffee and that's embarrassing, do you know what I mean? Do you want to go over a coffee?
I love it
Yeah,
every
but I'll
time.
just hold it.
I love it every
Just
time
like
you stretch
smell
a point, your body jumps like that. Do you ever notice that?
It's the same when I play FIFA, you know, when I shoot, my body always jumps, it's mad.
No, I see what you mean. Like
Yeah,
just a
like
fucking a chat, get to know someone. I get that. Yeah.
Have you ever been walked out on a date or have you ever walked out on a date?
No.
Well, I just told you my story.
Yeah, that was good.
And I have never been walked on.
Jay, have
yet,
you?
at least.
Have you?
You're smiling, Martin.
You're
Have you,
smiling.
Jason?
I got catfish. Yeah.
Yeah, you take this one, brother.
I think you told me this. Was this in town?
This is a brilliant story.
I think you told me this. Go on, let the folks know.
Yeah. So basically, texting a girl on Tinder, and
What's her name?
Texting a girl on Tinder.
You can actually say her name.
Yeah,
Just
no,
let him tell the story.
Texting a girl on Tinder progresses to fucking social media like Instagram or whatever, and then eventually leads to like texting on WhatsApp. Right? So I know, yeah, there was some fucking graph put in. And then eventually it was like, right, we'll go meet for drinks in the Globe in town. So come that night, I end up texting her and saying, right, I'm here like 20 minutes early. I'm over to the left of the bar. Just give me a shout when you're here or whatever. Yep, no problem. And then it was one of those, and I felt terrible, right? But it was one of those, someone walked in and I was like, imagine, right? No, it was, oh no, it's terrible, I'm sorry, right? But in the end, fuck that bitch, right? It was one of those, right?
And, jeez, it must have been bad.
Right, so
She only had 6 toes.
yeah, she'd fallen over.
Sandals and counted them.
But anyway,
Sandals
I'm like
and
head down, like fucking on my phone or whatever, and then I look up and she's standing over the table. She's like, "Hey," and I was like, "All right." And she's like,
I'm waiting on someone.
yeah, it was one of those, like, and she was like, I'm so and so or whatever, and I was like, good one. And I'm so in my mind at this time, I'm like, all right, it's the wind up. Do you know what I mean? Your one's over here or whatever. Do you know, where
This
is
on
she?
me.
Where the fuck is she?
Fair play
I
to
mean-
me playing along and all.
Yeah.
Coming
I
in.
know. I was like, this can't be a one. I was like, where is she? No sign of it. And I was like, eventually this goes on for like 2 or 3 minutes where she's like, no, I'm such and such. And I was like, you're winding me up now. Please tell me you're joking. And she's like, no. And I was like, I'm getting annoyed, right? And this is where I began to, like, I didn't feel bad instantly, but I could see it on her face where her face was like, it was dropping and she was starting to get like embarrassed and upset.
When did it dawn on you, like, I'm after getting catfished?
The second she fucking stood at my table.
Yeah, you were like,
Because
no
I was
way.
like, that's not the girl I was texting.
Yeah.
So eventually she tells me that she was using her cousin's Instagram.
Right, so it wasn't even the same person at all.
No. So the girl was basically blonde hair with like a sleeve on the left fucking arm.
I was interested in that. I was going blonde hair with a sleeve on her arm.
Right. She was good looking, right? And yeah, just this. I wasn't attracted to the person that turned up, you know.
At all.
Did you add her cousin then?
No.
Sup.
No, so basically, right, so
So
she
just say with your cousin.
she said that she used her cousin's pictures from her Instagram for the Tinder, right?
Right.
And then start.
Why do people do that?
That's crazy.
Well, she like obviously the fucking the board was in on it. Do you know what I mean? If she's using her cousin's Instagram,
But like,
so she was texting me being real weird. So I was like, right, fuck this. I got to the point where I was like, right, I'm gone. You can have a drink if you want. I'm leaving.
You said it to her there and then, like.
Yeah, I walked out of the Globe. I walked straight down onto fucking Dame Street. Walked into Apache, got myself a pizza, hopped on a 40, and probably had 2 wanks or something when I got home, and just drowned me sorrows, I guess.
I feel like there's a lot of your stories that end in pizza.
I'm wanking.
I'm wanking. Yeah.
And we are snapping. Like,
I was fuming.
you were obviously mad about this board if you're willing to go into
I
town.
wouldn't say I was fucking mad about her, like, do you know what I mean? But I was like, yeah, we'll go on a date, like, do you know what I mean?
Like, whatever about setting up the profile and all, like, that's just a bleeding terrible bad joke. But like,
It's
to
not
go
even-
follow it through and meet someone in town, like,
And knowing that you
that's
look
not me.
do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
This is all the parts that got me.
People are
Like, there was
mad,
so
ain't
many,
they,
there was
man?
so many parts in that where I was like, this is flawed. Do you know what I mean? It has
Yeah.
to be the joke, like,
Like, in hindsight, it
because
must be
why
an
are you
ego
gonna
thing.
meet up with me when I know that this isn't the person that I
Yeah.
think I'm texting?
But in hindsight, it must be a little ego boost. Like, this lady, like, liked me so much she catfished me.
No, I don't even. I not once ever thought that. If I like,
Well, there's no pleasing some people.
I'd say that night in total, I was just raging. Do you know what I mean? I had her blocked before I even got on the bus, and then no, I did. But like the next day, no, but true as God, like the next
equalizer.
Blocked.
the next day, like I just kept like replaying that image where like I was just seeing her face change, and she was getting like embarrassed and kind of upset and all. And I was like, I felt bad then. Do you know what I
Jay,
mean?
look, you
Now, I
can't
wasn't
redeem yourself. Don't try.
I wasn't feeling bad, like, oh, I'll reach out to her. Fuck that. I never want to speak to that person again. But it was one of those, like, I didn't like, as fucking shitty as it was, I didn't like that feeling of, like, kind of making someone, like, I shouldn't, but, like,
Yeah,
she
I
was
know.
upset and I didn't like that feeling
Well,
either.
so
do you know
you,
what I
like,
mean?
you had built a relationship with a completely different person.
Yeah.
And then this
Exactly.
stranger just
It's
showed up.
disrespectful.
And
off the
I
bat.
was full on convinced. Like, see the TV show, like, I was like, there's no way, it's bollocks, it's pony. That does not happen. It looks so unrealistic. And then that happened, I was like,
Yeah, was on the
More than-
cameras.
You'd look
No.
around when you were
Come
like,
here.
"This
Do you
for
kiss on the first date, lads?
I would, yeah.
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 Absolutely.
don't.
Would you not? Why?
No, never do. Now, obviously, unless it's like a nightclub thing where I bring them home or something, it's a one night stand joke. And
Not really a date.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. But no, I never do. No.
Where'd you go on your first date with man? Diva. Water face off on the dance floor, straight in the taxi.
No, I don't. I don't know why.
Sneak out at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Ever gone on a blind date? Jay, yep. Have you ever gone on a blind date you were aware of?
You have in a way, haven't you?
Yeah, I went on a.
Well, you had to go on a TV show to get a blind
TV
date.
show was a blind date, was it?
Yeah, no, was it? Yeah, so we did, yeah.
No.
I actually thought it was a bit of crack as well, to be fair. I really enjoyed it.
I've never done it.
Would you? Blind date? I ring you and say, like, oh, Emma's cousin's coming out and you're not with anyone, and would you be into it?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think I would either.
Not roll the dice. Could be an absolute dime piece.
Could be, but
Chances are.
But that's the game of life, isn't
Yeah,
it? You roll
isn't
the
it?
dice sometimes.
In fairness, if we was planning on going out or someone would say, fuck it, like,
Yeah,
what's,
why not?
at least you can be mates, do you know what I mean?
like, don't get me wrong. Like, if I went on a blind date and I was with a girl that I wasn't attracted to or whatever, I'd go along, like, in the sense, not lead her on, but like, I'd have to crack.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's what I would have done
I'd
if
have a
I,
good time, like.
I'll be honest with you, Jay, seeing your situation, obviously you were pissed off and all, but I'd just say, look, let's face
fucking
facts.
way.
This isn't you, but I'm at that coming here, have a bleeding drink.
I said that to you at the same when I heard it the first time as
I
well.
I wouldn't have it in me to get up and walk.
Not even that, wouldn't have it
genuinely
in me.
wouldn't.
I could do that if I had to, but I
No,
think
I
like in
wouldn't.
that situation I would just be intrigued
Yeah.
to get to know this person.
Yeah,
Like,
and
what?
I would. I'd sit down and ask the
So would
questions.
I. Like, what way are you
100%.
wired? Like, what's going on here? Where are you from?
I just
Have you-
see, in that frame of mind, I had no logical thinking. I was just like, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're after embarrassing me, like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I feel like a tick.
At the same
So,
time, you're allowed to get out.
Have you
there.
ever gone on a Tinder date? Jay, you went on a few, have you?
yeah.
How many? 37?
No. Jeez, that's a
47.
bit excessive now.
How many?
I'd say less than 10.
Oh.
This year.
Oh.
We're only in February.
And all 100% other than this board. Everything.
Is that a
Matched
nice
up?
way of saying have
Yeah.
you been catfished again?
Yeah, basically.
That's some grand ones. Like, not everything. That's
Some grand ones there now. I have a cheap one going over there, but they're the grand ones. We bring them with us tomorrow.
He describes the dates like they're old runners. Grand ones, you know. I wear them down the grass.
No, but like, there's
On a
obviously
wet day.
there's obviously some as well that they don't go so well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember
Yeah.
going out to the one when I was telling you I went out to Bray when you were like, remember you went to Bray? Remember when he bailed out on that one a few weeks ago?
No, but you knew what I was.
I know.
I was trying to protect you at the same time, not sting you. I didn't know how much information someone knew and didn't know. And I
Or
didn't
how
know if
long
I was-
ago it was.
No, that's
Yeah.
a good way to protect them. Talk about it on another podcast.
Yeah.
That should be safe.
He brought it up, not me.
No, but when I went to Bray like that time, that was like January of last year or the year before.
Right.
And
Good
that was
save.
like, that was
I know, yeah. Bullshit.
Week and a half
Wow.
ago.
2 hours ago.
Playing Back to the Future on real life is.
No, but that one was mad, right?
Now you imagine.
But that one was mad because, like, me and this girl, right, we literally we talked for about 2 hours, and I swear to God, we probably had about 30 things in common. I was like, "This is great."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm loving this. You know, let's see where this goes. And then she, the next night, she was out on the drink, and she just obviously had one too many. But my daughter was spending the night with me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
my ma was in the house, and my sister was in the house, and she was like rowdy with some drink, and she was like, "Can I come back to your house?" And all. I'm like, "Nah, daughter, ma, sister, no go." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you serious now? I was like, "You sure?" And I was like, "No, can't." And then all of a sudden, the Sunday, she texts me and she's like, "Yeah, this isn't gonna work."
Straight out.
I like her style though. She knows what she wants.
Yeah, you know.
Jesus, stop
Yeah.
messing. What about you, man?
I'm not allowed to have Tinder. Are you mad? Boxed around.
Boxed around.
Yeah.
You don't even know what Tinder looks like.
I'd love to have it.
I went on.
Did what?
I'd love to like have a little mess at it.
I went
you?
on
Yeah,
one.
it's something weird about it. I'd say it's real addictive just clicking out.
Did I not give you my Tinder before to swipe through?
What did I just swipe everyone? Yeah or no?
Probably, I don't know.
Well, I'd be a bit harsh saying no to someone. It's like, yeah, go on, yeah, go on, yeah.
Just swipe right on everyone.
Yeah. You join in whenever you want, but
Oh, I'll answer my question now. Sorry.
we'll just
Yeah,
fuck off
no, I went on one day, and as soon as she got in the car, I was like, "Get the fuck out of my car." That's what I felt like.
Why?
Because she was a catfish to bits.
Oh, not a real catfish though. She just didn't look like her pictures. Same
Yeah.
person though.
Yeah, it was the same person, but she opened her mouth and it looked like she had a load of cornflakes flakes instead of teeth.
Oh,
I was like, "Get the fuck out of my car." I
It's a
didn't
bit
even.
harsh now, no?
No. Look
Why?
at her pictures and you'll see.
Wait, right, so here's the follow-up, right? So, filters. How big a
Everything.
deal are filters?
On a picture?
Yeah,
I would
because
too.
they tell a different story, let's
Like,
be honest.
In fairness, I'll be honest with you, I was literally just going out with this board to kind of break out and not going on dates. I wasn't mad about her or anything. Like, I wasn't, this was kind of just a break the ice. Let's see where it goes. I wasn't overly excited, wasn't over committed. It was literally just a thing. But if I was genuinely going out to a board, she'd need to be naturally good looking. She'd need to have a picture on her profile with no makeup, and do you know what I mean? Or even fuck all makeup, where you can see she's naturally good looking, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, this board just wasn't. So I was let down and fucking.
So you're shallow.
I think I drove like fucking for 2 hours with her in the car. We parked off, and the whole time I was like, why am I even doing
Look,
that?
I've been
So instantly when she wasn't good looking, you were like, I'm out.
Yeah, but I still
Fuck off out of the car.
I'm
done.
I do not know
you.
you.
Other than Jay, I left her in the car. Like, as soon as, imagine this aboard, you pull up to her gaff, she gets in. You just get the fuck out.
No, even better, she gets in one door and you're just like, nope, out the other one. Keep the car, I'm out of here. Fuck off.
Oh, that'd actually be deadly, wouldn't it, to do that? Imagine playing a prank on a board that you first met. That'd even be deadly, wouldn't it? But no, yeah, Tinder for me is a bit of a shambles. Like, you text boards on Tinder and it just fizzles out. It's like, you need to meet up with them as fast as.
And Tinder's solely for sex?
No, it used to be. It used to be.
What do you mean it used to be? It can be.
It can be, but not as much.
A lot of, like...
Back like a couple of years ago, when you were on Tinder, it was like literally, right, so what time?
No, Jay, don't say years ago.
So like everyone on Tinder
you're
was for the
obviously just experiencing different. It's still like that. Like.
Oh, yeah, it just depends on the person. Do you know what I
Tinder
mean?
is for the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but Tinder's like the best of a bad bunch, though.
How many dates before you get your...
Before you get your whistle out?
Yeah.
Depends on the dates. If the first one's going well, rock on.
Yeah?
Why
You
not?
dip your wink the first night?
We only live once.
Yeah, would you judge a girl by putting out the first night though?
Not one bit.
No?
Well, like, there could be that one girl that you met that one night, could be your wife in the 10 years. You know what I mean? Who
Yeah,
knows?
that's fair enough, but would you make your wife after putting out the first night?
Yep.
Well, that's fair enough, that's your opinion.
Why
Jay,
not?
what about...
Are you speaking from experience?
Well, no, because we were a bit younger, you know what I mean?
Right,
First time I met her was out on a wall. That would have got a bit weird.
Poke her with your fingers?
No, I didn't. I rubbed her back like a gentleman. Fucking scared to touch her woman. Took about 5 minutes of meeting to walk the
Jay,
hand
what
off.
about you?
What, would I, on the first night? Would I get with a girl who's...
No, how soon after seeing a
I don't
board?
think there's anything wrong with the first night.
No, I don't. Like, it depends, though. Like, so, like, if I met a board in a nightclub and then brought her back and done whatever the first night, and then I'd probably think different of it compared to if I knew someone for a while,
Yeah, that's a fair
but
point.
went out to them the first time and done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
I
nightclub
get
thing
that.
is
So
different.
I think
Yeah.
if you have like a
The
built-in
nightclub thing is definitely
friendship
different.
/ connection,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? I think it works easier.
However, I'd be the same, man. I think if you have a connection with someone and it's there, fucking do it.
100%.
Like, if you're sexually attracted to someone and it just happens, so fucking what? Like, we're fucking grown men. We're in our bleeding
In our
30s,
30s, you know
lads.
what I mean?
Sex is basically kissing. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know about your kissing, but
You know what I'm trying to say.
yeah, no, it's not a big deal anymore.
Yeah, I don't see it as that. And I
No.
think if you're sexually attracted to someone, just fucking let it be. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. If she wants to fucking wait a few nights, respect it.
Absolutely.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, if
I'm
you
gonna
want
leave
to
you to it for 2 seconds. I need to visit the IP drinks
room, like, if you want to stick it out and she wants to wait for a few dates, like that's an opportunity for you. You can either wait it out or you don't have to. Do you know what I mean? You can leave that relationship. That's entirely up to yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't judge someone on
No,
that.
neither
Jay,
would I.
can you just check to see if that's still recording, everything's Gucci? Just
Oh
because
my
we
God.
haven't an engineer. It should say stop recording. Yeah, all
Yeah.
good.
Now hurry up, will you?
Grant, just double
It's a little
checking.
tinker.
Let's fly through the rest of this because we're all in a little bit of a hurry.
Juicy in there.
How long after getting someone would you delete your dating apps?
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, I mean, when you say get with someone, do you mean like we're after seeing each other for a while and we've both said right relationship, or like I'm starting to talk to someone and we're talking every week and it's getting serious? And like, what do you mean by getting with?
Where is it? How long? Yeah, like, so how long seeing someone basically? After seeing someone for a certain amount of time, when do you say, right, I'm going to delete Tinder and Bumble?
Like, I'm not, like, you know yourself, like, I didn't
Yeah,
have Instagram
exactly,
out before this, like, they're not a big thing to me, but, like, I would, so from, in my position, I wouldn't expect to be on them, but, like, say, for example, I met someone who I already knew, me and Emma broke
You
up.
can still give your opinion on it.
And they, no, like, say, like, me and Emma broke up, and I got with someone who I already knew from around the area or something.
Yeah.
And if they were on them, I would expect them to come off them fairly sharpish, yeah.
Yeah?
100%, yeah.
How sharpish?
Like, as soon as we start getting anyway semi-serious, like, because all that they're there for is to leave you open to other offers. So if you're not interested in me, well, then fuck off.
That's a very fair point, to be fair.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I'll ever go down the route. I'll try not to. Like, obviously you can't say whatever. Do you know what I mean? But like, I'm not big into all them apps and shit. Like, so
yeah.
If
no, look, I'm not into them. I hate them, man. To be honest with you, I fucking much rather meet someone in person. But obviously with COVID now, we were limited to what we could do. So the apps were very good in that sense. But even at that, like when I was on the scene, like it was fucking 5 kilometers and you couldn't do anything anyway.
So like, that's a good point now. You're single, like, so say you meet someone tomorrow, you think she's the best thing ever, you're mad about her for about 3 weeks. When do you start thinking, right, it's time to wind this down a bit?
If I go out to a girl and I'm instantly mad about her, I delete them straight away.
Would you?
Yeah.
I think
I like, why have any distraction? Focused 100% on the board. Like, if you know, and like, I'll be honest, so like, I'm in a little bit of a situation at the minute where I felt different about one girl than another girl. And it's like, sometimes you just know, like, some feelings are stronger than others, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you need to rush it, but I think why have, like, your Tinder and your Bumble and your Hinge and whatever else, your POF, all the dating apps that are out there, why still have them open if you're feeling this way about someone and it could potentially jeopardise that? Do you know what I mean?
I agree with you 100%, like, because as I said, they're there for one reason in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, what are you looking for that for?
It's maybe a stupid question, when do you delete it? It's more, yeah, well,
no, I think when,
yeah.
Don't call me question stupid again. I wrote that one in.
Oh, did you? I thought I wrote that, to be fair.
Way. Don't be writing me questions either, because
that's fair enough. Yeah, no, I think as soon as you feel something, you just
don't even ask other Jay for his opinion now. Fuck him, skip him. Next question.
Yeah, I am skipping him. He's a fucking arsehole.
What did I do?
Disappeared.
I'll take shit.
Oh Jesus!
Well,
I suppose it's better than doing what you were doing a few minutes ago.
What's Martin?
Blown off on me.
Obviously, you have a missus.
Yeah.
Jay.
Oh, I thought that was.
Jay.
The stomach.
Is it fair to say you're seeing someone?
Would you say exclusively? Or
100% say exclusively, because if you don't say exclusively, you won't be seeing them tomorrow.
Yeah. I know, like, there's more, but this one is the main one, like.
You're some bag of piss.
Like, if she's a bottom bitch. Pimp game way strong, she's a bottom bitch. Pimp game strong.
What I'm asking, are you going to get her something for Valentine's?
I will have a look in the shops tomorrow, yeah.
Right. So, I suppose I don't even have this question, but, like, how long is it acceptable to, like, without looking like a creep, like, when do you get aboard something for Valentine's, you know what I mean?
I think if you're texting her the day before and you are in any way, after going for coffee or something, she wants flowers or something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I agree with that. It depends, like we said, about the feeling. If you feel it's there, get them flowers.
100%. Bare minimum. Get them flowers and sweets or something.
So, Jay, what's the budget on Valentine's for you?
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
it's a tricky one for you.
Yeah, because I'm not used to it. You see, the thing is me being, like, in committed things as well. Like, do you know what I mean? It's never really fucking worked out in my favour the last few years because I've been so guarded and, like...
Just a terrible person.
Thanks, man. No, but, like, I have it of always kind of kept a guard up and not let anybody in, so I don't really kind of commit to anybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're in
so
now.
That's what I holds me back in a sense.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
But that has nothing to do with money. Right?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with money. But
so
again,
you're getting. You said you're going to shops to get her something tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's the budget?
I don't know. I'll see.
Roughly. Don't say you don't know roughly.
I
That's
don't
just
know.
being a bitch.
I don't. It's not being a bitch. It could easily vary. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Like, are we talking 50? We talking 100? We talking 300?
I'll jump in here and give you a dig out.
Just fucking answer it.
I don't know. I'm saying I'll go. I'll look, and if I see something that I think will be grand to get, I'll get.
But right, what's like too much? Where would you say now? Fuck that.
Where would you draw the line?
For the position that I'm in now, I'd say like fucking 250 is probably. And above 250, fuck off.
Yeah, that's way over what I'd be doing.
Where do you get that number? I wish I never asked that.
I wasn't asking to be put in this fucking predicament.
Such a random number.
I don't know. I feel like you're searching for a number here. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, what would you
have to go?
What would you
Look.
draw the line at?
If I was in Jay's position, well, I don't really know how far they are.
Exactly.
In
This
there.
is my.
Yeah, but
neither
you
do I.
should.
Yeah, well, in fairness, it's happening to you. You should
You
at least
should.
be aware of it.
Like, so let's say my position, right? My position, I would probably say,
Tanner.
I'd probably
For each
say
of them.
80 quid or something, 100 quid max. Max. And if I am where I think your position
Is that for your first priority board though?
No, probably the top three. The last one probably get 50 quid.
Top
to be
three
fair.
makes you sound like an absolute prick.
Well, look, it is what it is. Have to keep them all happy.
I'm falling below, they're not getting a present.
I'm only joking. All the girls that I'm seeing now, I'm not like that. Oh, stop. Martin, what's the budget?
I'd keep it in around 100, 150, I'd say. We,
Yeah, it made me 250. Fuck off.
yeah, we are going. All our birthdays now, we used to be mad extravagant. Now, when we were younger,
Yeah,
well, now
yeah.
the old life catches up with you, and
Yeah,
there's mortgages
the
and shit. You know what I mean?
mortgages, yeah.
So about a ton, maybe a buck 50.
I think when you're in a relationship, like, it doesn't even have to be like you get the chocolates and the flowers or whatever,
100%.
and then you go half on the bleeding. Obviously, your money is her money, is paid for the meal together. I think that's really it. You know what I mean? Whatever
it, yeah.
happens on the night.
Well, my birthday is 3 days after as well, so you don't want to be doubling up on that. Do you know what I mean? The 2 days.
And take advantage.
So tell me, if you get your board flowers,
Oh,
No, this.
how are you wording
We
this one,
have no
Jason?
part to play in this question.
me bollocks.
No, word it. Come on, say it. Let me
Right.
say the question.
Listen,
Put it out on the table.
if I get me board flowers and chocolates, I don't want a blowjob. I demand a blowjob. Right, there you go. Right, it's like, come on, I'm at that. And this is
Mother spending
this isn't-
€9. Come here.
Little's finest.
Do you know how much
isn't-
Lindor are? There's 6.
This isn't this fucking. I know the way yous are looking at this, yous big Karen heads and afraid to say
Karen
shit
head.
that yous really think. I don't give a bollocks. If I get me board flowers
Yeah.
and chocolates, I expect a blowjob.
I don't give a bollocks. Next Sunday, apology video coming soon.
No, that's what I'm saying is, like, I know I worded it wrong.
I'm not wording it wrong. I'm not talking fucking rape. I demand a blowjob now or you're dumped. No, I'm talking, yeah, me missus, I'm at the making effort. Now suck me dick. Right? Simple as that.
And you are.
So do you not expect a blowjob on Valentine's Day?
Like, if you're
On
in
your
a
birthday.
no,
Why
hold
not
on.
use
If you're in a
birthday?
relationship,
My
you
reality
shouldn't
is more-
expect a blowjob. It should just happen. If you're in a relationship,
That's just the
That's the very same
No,
thing we
no,
said.
okay,
We're
right,
both
so
getting cancelled.
if you're in a-
Again.
well, but like, vice versa, you have to fucking.
Give them enough rope, lads. There.
Do you know what I mean?
Hang themselves.
No, like,
Jesus.
if you're in a relationship, you return the favour. Do you know what I mean? Providing like you're not giving her a blowjob. Do you know what I mean?
Well, what's wrong with that,
A bit
Jay?
of cunnilingus. You
What's
know?
wrong with that?
You transphobic piece of shit.
I'm not transphobic. Don't you ever? You know?
The boys are just afraid to say it.
No,
you
I'm not.
expect blowjobs if you give
I
flowers
came into
and
that
chocolates.
situation with
Ask
caustic
my-
optimism.
What?
What?
Well, look, I suppose it depends on your partner. If you, like, your partner could give you blowjobs every day, so it's like, well, I don't even need to
If my
expect them
partner
to get
gave me blowjobs every day, I wouldn't leave the house. There'd be no need for me to ever leave the house.
There you go.
Everything
Alan.
else can be delivered. Like, what do you need to go out for anymore? You know what I mean?
Oh,
I do a few sit-ups in the
look,
morning.
you agree with me and you just aren't saying
No,
it.
I agree with you in the sense that, like, if you're in a relationship, of course you should get them, but like it's
I would be
returning the
cautiously
favour as
optimistic
well.
more than
Do you know what I
Speaking
mean?
of blowjobs and sex, what's your favourite sex position, Jay?
Doggy
All
style.
Valentine. The girls that are in your DMs.
Doggy style or reverse cowgirl.
Ah, with the button ball.
Exactly. Yeah.
You the same?
I'm like Billy Gunn.
So both of them positions are your favourite?
Yes,
Both?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
What, you
First
missionary?
one, first one preferably.
You know what I'm into?
Bent over your bonnet.
I'm into fucking
NFTs.
flat
I know
Big
it. Flat
fun.
on the belly.
flat on the belly, legs a little bit open,
Oh,
and just
yes. Now I laugh.
use the bounce off the bed to help you.
That's
know?
only when I'm tired from the doggy. Do you know what I mean? Just lie down there.
Yeah,
and breathe
yeah. That's yeah.
No, I
Swell in
actually
the back of your head now.
I prefer that. I think it's like you use basically they
Just
don't
feeling you ripping onto that back.
they don't even need
Rubbing it
to
in.
sound. Yeah. It's not happened about 6 times already.
Sorry,
You two
Jay.
just fucking it sounds. Yeah. I'm in the middle of being sexy here.
Sorry, wait.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
Basically, what I'm saying is, you use the bounce off the bed, so they genuinely don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't have to back up or push back in you. It's literally just you're using the bounce. Yeah, you're using the bounce off the bed. But I also really rate the legs over the shoulders.
Legs over the shoulders is good, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Can't beat the classics.
You know, nice and clean.
Some traditional ones, you know.
You know, you get to see the
don't get me wrong. Like,
I actually love the board being on top as well.
Don't get me wrong.
Actually,
like,
enjoys a nice bounce off of you.
Yeah, 100%.
Missionary can have its perks as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Not for me.
That's all
if
right.
Ryan
Like,
Tuberty was a sex position, missionary.
all right, that's fair. No, yeah, I can't do missionary anymore now. I'm just gonna picture him. Well, for everybody in the audience,
He looks like this is a Tanta Sports man.
We're coming towards the end of it, lads. I don't know how long this is going on for.
I was like supposed to be in the airport like 10 minutes ago.
Do you have any crazy?
I know.
No, you already said you're bleeding crazy day story. Do you have any mad stories?
Valentines Day
From a date or that? No.
From a date?
Oh.
You looked at me as if I had something, do I?
I don't think. I don't know. I'm just looking at you because you've like been more out there than me. Do you know what I mean?
I'm trying to think.
Eastwood just texted me. Looking for bits.
Martin did. He's the goat, isn't he?
Like, come on.
I don't know, Jay. I don't know. You probably must have had a few.
I'd say most of your stories get a bit weird because you're just a different type of character. Do you know what I mean?
Any weird dates?
Yeah, I have a problem with that word. I just think that's so American. Like, because I didn't ever go out on dates with people, I've never asked any. Like, date is just a weird word.
I don't really have.
I've actually only started using it the last 2 years or something.
Like, I just say like, you
used to never say that. Yeah, you coming out?
Yeah, no, I don't have any mad stories, to be fair. Unfortunately,
we let it that question out. So
one of us. We're gonna finish on the sexy questions just because Valentine's and we want to get everyone randy and horny.
Are we gonna do a Valentine's Day song to take us out?
If you want, yeah.
What's your favourite singing song?
Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
No, mine
Let me lay with your body, baby.
Let me play.
There's a much better song than that.
Cause tonight, baby.
Jump on it.
Pony, is it? Genuine?
Animal Tune. That is the sexiest song ever.
Pretty Ricky, grind with me.
Right.
Grind with me.
Jay.
Oh, it's such a tune.
Yeah. Jay. Craziest place you ever had sex?
Craziest place I've ever had sex. Oh, fuck. Somewhere outdoors. I'm trying to think.
Outdoors, good.
Yeah.
Because that's really everywhere that's not in your house.
In work, probably.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us.
Oh, he was definitely in a relationship.
I wasn't.
No,
I wasn't. No.
In work, that's cool. I like that, Martin.
You know that little hill around the
I was inspired by 8 Mile.
Around the back there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I loved one in around there before.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. It was at a gaff party in Hairlawn. Went over, did the job, went back to the gaff party in Hairlawn.
Happy days. Why'd you go so far out of the way?
Was
That's
just
about
on
a 10-minute walk.
Wow, it was foreplay. I was meeting her the whole way and all. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Getting the walk done. Even from an early one, I knew the game. Do you know what I mean?
Getting us soaked.
Yeah, stop. Nibble on the neck a little bit.
Slippery slope.
I want to say 3 because it's 3 I'm proud of. So,
Laying pipe.
Waterside pub in the toilets.
All right, why do you want to be proud of banging someone in the toilet?
Literally, that's sexy.
We
as
had
fuck.
2 meetings there. We had.
Yeah. I'm busy banging in the toilet.
In the actual cubicle, we've had the meeting.
And then the other 2 are kind of matching, like sauna and steam room in a hotel.
So yeah, I think I always kind of wanted to do the whole steam room thing or something with a sauna or whatever. I don't know, just
sauna is very dry.
Yeah, the fact like a few people walk past and all,
is.
and that just made it better. Do you know what I mean? Anywhere you can get cough on me is illegal.
See, that's what I was about to say. Like sex that has like risk involved or like fear of getting caught.
Yeah,
I've always been like sex in a car and stuff. Like I like sex in the car.
I don't,
especially when you're driving.
I don't. Maybe it's because I'm a fat cunt and there's not enough room. I don't like sex.
Yeah, but see, Jay Garvey 6 years ago would love it.
I don't think he would.
2022 Garvey in a hatchback won't fit.
No, 100%. That's why I'm getting the cyber truck, ladies. Watch out.
No, but like
if I get tired, the truck does it for me.
Anything with risk involved, though, I think it's a good like kind of
100%. I love that. I love the chance of getting caught.
That's like the thing in work. Like, do you know what I mean? And I was like, 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Like, I always had that in my head.
What job was it? Do you mind me asking?
I'm not going to say.
It was in a pressing factory.
Oh,
in
I know what job it was. It was
You
definitely the Village Inn. Betcha.
Incorrect.
HSE.
I won't say. But no, I'm only.
They're the only jobs you had. Cutting your grass.
We made a good looking fella. I'm sure he can dip the wick.
Right, lads, anything else to add before we leave?
No, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Have fun.
Yeah, make sure.
Be safe.
Be safe. Make sure
Fuel up on
keep your energy with Irish Power Energy Drink. IP.
Any minute now, Jay.
OWER.
IP drinks.
Is it IP drinks? Is that? That's what I was thinking of. The handle on.
We're going to do some editing on this. Clearly.
Drinks, yeah.
No, because we already done a video. I just couldn't remember off the top of my head.
It's Irish Power Energy Drinks. Anyway, it's lovely. It's something that, to be fair, we've always kind of said it. We won't kind of get behind the product if we're not mad about it. It's lovely.
Well,
it's
Jay, you're let's not.
Every fucking episode is a kind of Red Bull here.
And would you consider that to be like Red Bull? Very similar.
It's tasty, do you know what I mean? And it's something that I'd happily drink and keep here, do you know what I mean? And it wouldn't be the case of like just keeping it on the table for the sake of a show. You'll see me drink it, do you know what I mean? It's lovely.
Well, I would recommend, if you like Red Bull, get behind an Irish brand and support Irish Power Energy Drink. I struggle with that every time.
If you want a reason to try them out, lads, Monday's Valentine's Day. Get yourself a case and give your partner the time of their life.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And listen,
endurance, stamina, you name it. Am I right, Jason?
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, folks, listen.
Lads,
we're going to leave you with some whispers on Valentine's Day.
Wait, you see, mate.
Let me lick you up and
enjoy our night, folks. We'll see you again next week.
Up the arse now.
Make a sexy sound. Make a sexy sound before we log off.
What sexy sound?
Any sexy sound. Just make a sexy sound.
Go on. You do one.
Me?
Yeah, you do.
You fucking loser. Right, sign us out there, Jay.
Make a sexy sound.
Make a sexy sound, Jay. Go on, quick. 3, 2, 1. Oh, knacker.
Queef.
Ah! No, just deafen half the audience. Sorry, folks.
Until next time, folks.
Peer pressured.
See you next week.